there anything else, Roger?
No, that's about the whole story. The saloon burned to the ground. And now the man rightfully requests payment. The company only wants to know why he wants cash instead of the usual check.
Doesn't sound like much of a case to me, but I guess Duke and me need the exercise.
Well, it might not sound like much, but I have a hunch it'll be a job worthy of the talents of the Tucson Kid. Well, I'll wish you good luck, and I hope to see you when you get back to the city.
Thanks for coming part way with me, but I think you're going to have a tougher trip going back on that stage than I'm going to have.
Trouble? You don't see any, do you?
Dance plugged him clean through. To the back, of course. Never even had a chance to blink an eye.
Shut up.
Don't be so modest, Dan. Boys are only trying to build up your reputation.
There's too many years in this town. And knocking off a sheriff ain't no picnic, you know.
What's going to happen when they start looking for the one who did it? You're going to come right under suspicion, boss. Being partners like he was. Yeah, especially if that oil strike comes out in the open.
Don't worry. I've had that plan for a month. Since Dan put the torch to his saloon.
They've cut me in.
The deputy will be heading out with a posse pretty soon. Dance and me'll ride along with him. Later on, we'll break away and head for the well-used South Trail. The first stranger who comes along is our hall guy. We'll pin the sheriff's murder on him, string him up right away, and I'll be in the clear. He puts up a holler. Who's going to take a stranger's word against mine?
That's nice. A nice frame, Bart.
Glad you like it. Come on, boy. Drinks are on me. Up this, boy. It's been a dusty trip. Yeah, I guess we better hide our badge. No need of anyone knowing who we are till it's necessary. Mind if I use your name on this trip, Duke?
Comes the rider now. We'll see him in the clear in a little bit. He's a stranger. He's our man. Hey, where'd he go? Don't worry. He's got to come this way. Come on.
Take his guns, Dan.
I aim to.
Do I get them back? My gun's pointed right at your middle. One move and you've done your last killing.
Now that you got my guns and you have me covered, mind telling me what this is all about?
What's your name, mister?
Duke. Duke Smith.
A lot of Dukes around lately. Funny thing is, they all seem to end in Smith.
Duke Smith is good enough for the time being. And now that the formalities are over, I'm asking again. Do you mind telling me what this is all about?
Those shots I fired will bring the deputy. And we're stringing you up for killing the sheriff last night.
That's hard to believe, since I wasn't in this neck of the woods last night, or any other night for that matter.
You're lying.
I hope to have the chance soon to make you eat those words, mister.
I ought to drop you right now.
Hold it, Dance. Here comes the deputy. Let's make this all kind of legal-like.
What's up, Bart?
Where's the posse?
They're behind me somewhere. Who's this hombre?
This is the hombre that killed Jim.
I saw him hanging around the sheriff's office last night. He's riding the same horse that was tied behind Jim's place, too.
Plenty of people saw that horse.
Sounds like trouble for you, mister.
Sounds like you got troubles, deputy. Well, I was in Broken Bow last night.
He's lying. Are you going to take his word against Bart? I say let's string him up right now.
We ought to take him for a trial.
Well, he didn't give Jim a trial. Let's string him up.
Don't seem right, Bart.
Don't seem right. Why, trial's too good for this sheriff killer, Ed.
He done killed a lawman what never done him no harm.
Why, he'd only go out and get himself one of those fast-talking lawyers and get out of it sure as fire. Let's string him up now and be done with it. Then we'll know he's paid for Jim's killing.
You're right, Bart. Get over to that tree and don't make a false move, because I'd as soon shoot you as hang you.
Go get your rope, Dan.
Line up.
Guess we better tell him who we are, Duke. Things are moving a little too fast.
Whatever you're mumbling about, say it out loud. This is your last chance for talking.
First man what goes gets a bullet with his thing ripped right on it. Now, son, you know better than that. Just leave them guns where they be, lest you think your draw can beat my bullets. It's a better that-a-way. Why, you old desert rat, you interfered with justice. What your kind know about justice?
Bart told me this man killed Jim. They seen him around the sheriff's office last night.
Why, I'd as sooner believe a rattlesnake is either of them. Why, you old desert rat. Get this, Pop. Now, don't you pop me, you young whippersnapper. I knows what's a-going on, and I ain't a-gonna let you hang this here young feller, leastwise not without a legal trial. Ah, shut up, you old coot. Go on, get out of there. What do you know about anything anyway? Pretty soon you're gonna find out I know plenty. For the time being, this here feller's a friend of mine. Hey, tell him who you are, son.
I'm Duke Smith.
See? See? Didn't I tell you? He's an old friend of mine. Came up here to help me work my claim a spell. Ain't that right, Duke?
That's right. I left Broken Bow at dawn, been riding ever since. You can check with Ace Dyke, the faro dealer over there. We played cards all night.
Maybe we were a bit quick, stranger. If old Zeke says you're okay, then I'm willing to take his word for it.
Well, I'm not. He sure looks like the fellow I saw, all right.
I'll check the story in the morning. Meantime, I'm responsible, Zeke, for his showing up when we want him. And for his good behavior, too.
He'll be around when you want him, won't you, Duke?
I'll be here.
I'll check that story first thing in the morning. Give him his guns.
You ain't seen the last of me, stranger.
I hope not. Thanks for what you just did for me, old-timer.
Oh, 'twere nothing. Come up to the camp and we'll talk a while. It ain't far from here. I was just coming in from town with a load of provisions when I see what was going on. Well, come on, Alonzo. Come on. Come on. Come on. Find a fall guy, boss?
We had one, but he got away. That is, for the time being.
Deputy went for the story hook, line, and sinker.
We found a stranger, and I told the deputy he was the one who killed the sheriff. Deputy hasn't bought it yet. The guy had an alibi.
Yeah, old Zeke popped up and put his nose in where it didn't belong again. Said the guy was a friend of his.
Either of you ever know anyone who goes by the name of Duke Smith?
Oh, lots of them. Lots of Smiths and Joneses around. Like I say, a lot of guys around here use that handle. I'd have to see him first.
Yeah, likewise with me.
This Duke Smith is our fall guy.
Is our fall guy. I thought you said the deputy wouldn't buy that one.
Dance and me have got it all figured out. Smith was left in the custody of old Zeke until his alibi could be checked. The deputy won't have a chance to check his alibi until tomorrow morning. So that gives us all night. Now then, if old Zeke should turn up dead before tomorrow morning...
Yeah, that's smart. That's real smart. But don't underestimate this Smith character. He carries his guns like he knows how to use them.
Well, I can use mine, too. Now, as I was saying, if old Zeke turns up dead before tomorrow morning, I don't think this Smith alibi will have to be checked.
When she comes, got a little more firewood here. Yes, sir, ain't nothing like some hot grub and coffee when a man picks and perks him up. Say, where did you hail from, son?
Tucson.
Tucson. Nice place. Say, what are you doing hitting the road?
Well, maybe I was restless. Kind of hankering for excitement. Guess I almost got a neck full today. What's it all about, Zeke?
Well, it happened during the night. The sheriff was found shot in the back. Found his body under the hanging tree. Same tree they hung the cattle thieves and horse rustlers on. Yes, sir, old Jim, he was a square shooter. He just run his saloon just as square as a preacher. I duty well. Saved his life a month ago in the fire there that almost burned up that saloon at Crossroad. His saloon.
Saloon fire? What was that all about?
Old Jim, the sheriff, his saloon. Well, it catched on fire, and old Jim was catched in one of the rooms upstairs. The door was locked on the outside, too. Well, I just happened to be sleeping off a little sting juice in one of the other rooms when the smoke woke me up. I heard old Jim a-hollering his head off, so I busted down the door and dragged him out. Since then, the deputy and his men have been real friendly-like.
That explains why the deputy was so quick to take your word today.
Well, now, son, I believe that you're innocent. Yes, sir, E. But to get back to what we was talking about. Now, old Jim and Bart Miller, the fella that tried to get you hung today, it was partners, and they owned this, the Double D Ranch. Now, Bart owns it all now. One partner dies, and the other partner gets it all.
Old-timer, just to put your mind at ease about taking up following me this afternoon, folks call me the Tucson Kid.
The insurance investigator?
That's about the size of it.
I swore.
And now that you know who I am, maybe you won't mind telling me all you know about the fire.
Well, I know plenty. Now, this is the way that I see. Ain't no use. You'd lose me in the dark. You not knowing the country.
Take it easy, old-timer. I'll get a doctor.
Ain't no use. Time for me to cash in my chips. I reckon I won't find out about that activity at the Double D Ranch now. Plenty to find out there, too. Find the sheriff killer without too much looking, I'll bet. Tucson, get it going. Get it going and don't stop until you've crossed the state line. They won't let you get close enough to show them your badge now. They'll blame you for shooting me. They'd hang you sure. Never let you get away this time. So, ride on. Ride on.
No, Timer, I'm not riding. I'm going to stay here and find out what's going on at the Double D Ranch.
No need to check on that Smith fella, Ed. Old Zeke's dead. Been shot.
We rode out by his place earlier.
Saw a new-cut grave, got a little curious. We dug it up. It was old Zeke, shot through the back. That Smith fella did it all right. Drilled him and then buried the evidence right on the spot.
Maxon left here with the body.
At old Zeke's camp?
Yeah, right where he killed him.
That's right.
The old man's dead as a doornail. Drilled clean through. Looks like he never had a chance.
That where you found him?
Right on that pile of dirt we dug up.
Put him back. Let him rest in peace.
Old Zeke isn't ever going to rest in peace till his murderer joins him.
Put down your gun, Smith.
I'd sure like to, Deputy. But I've got a few things to say first, and without my guns, I'm afraid I wouldn't live that long.
This time I'm assuring you of a fair trial. And again, I ask you to put down your guns. You see, there's a man right behind you, and he's got a gun in your back. I don't want him shooting you.
You heard him, mister.
I hate to have to shoot you, Bart, or any of your men. But if you go for that gun, I will, and I won't think twice about it. This man goes into town for a fair trial. Dance, put up your gun.
If I were you, Deputy, I'd keep my guns on these men. It was Miller here that killed the sheriff. And it was he and his men that got old Zeke last night.
Talk is cheap. You gonna let him talk like that about me? Why, I was old Jim's partner. I'm the one who put up the money, all the money, to drill for oil on our range. Yeah, and I even let him keep 50% of the range.
If he don't hang, Deputy, we're gonna have your neck in his place. I ain't never liked you nohow. And as far as being a deputy, you'd make a good spittoon cleaner.
Maybe you'd like to read this.
Where'd you get this?
Last night I paid a visit to the Double D Ranch. I searched through the desk in the ranch house. That was in the desk.
What's on that paper?
He's stalling. I say let's take him now.
Make a move, Dance, and I'll let daylight through you.
Not only is he a sheriff killer, he's a thief as well. I've got a right to know what come out of my private desk.
Yes, you do, Bart. That's why I'm going to read this to you. Says that Jim Hawks, being your 50% partner, is up to 85% because he alone financed the stake to drill for oil on your North Range.
And here's another paper showing they've already found oil. Bart killed the sheriff to cheat him out of his share. He tried it a month ago when he set old Jim's saloon afire while old Jim was locked in his room upstairs. But old Zeke came along, dragged him out, and spoiled their plans. Then Miller finally shot the sheriff in the back, and I was picked up to be the fall guy. But again, old Zeke popped up and ruined another of their schemes. I was here last night when the shooting started. When I shoot, I don't generally miss. Take the bandage off that fellow's face, and I think you'll find a fresh bullet crease.
Take him, Dad.
your gun, Bart, and come on out. You're all alone.
Real easy, like.
All right. You've got me. Don't shoot. I'm coming out.
Will never be complete.
I don't get you.
I came out here for the express purpose of finding out why old Jim wanted cash instead of the usual check. But now with old Jim dead, I guess the answer died with him.
That's easy to answer. We have no bank in Crossroads.
Oh, so that's it, huh? Here's something else I want to know. Yesterday, Bart had you convinced I should be hanged. This morning, when you had the drop on me, why'd you change your mind?
I had nothing to do after I left you yesterday. I took a fast ride over to Broken Bow. They remembered you. So you couldn't have been there and killed the sheriff over here at the same time. So if you didn't kill the sheriff, there was no reason for you to put old Zeke out. Had to be somebody else.
You're a pretty smart deputy.
Sheriff now.
That's right, and you're going to be a smart one, too. Well, I got to be hitting the trail again.
You're sure welcome to stay at Spell, Tucson.
Thanks, but they got another job waiting for me at the home office. Oh, do me a favor, will you?
Sure.
Fix up a nice spot for old Zeke.
I'll do that, Tucson.